Okay, so get ready, because today we're diving headfirst into the psychological horror. That is Smile 2,
Ooh, Smile
the
too.
sequel.
Yeah.
And this time it's taken that creepy smile curse from the first film,
Right.
and it's basically throwing a pop star
Yeah.
right into its path.
They're like high stakes
Yeah,
immediately.
yeah.
It's great.
And we've got some excerpts from a film review
Okay.
that really kind of break down how terrifying things get.
All right.
Um, but yeah, I mean, I think that one of the interesting things is that like this curse doesn't just haunt anyone.
No, it doesn't.
Like it specifically goes for a pop star
It's a whole new level.
this time.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, what do you think about that?
I mean, it adds so much pressure,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Like the first film, dealing with trauma in this way.
Right.
But then now it's like, okay, how do you deal with that as somebody
yeah.
who's in the public eye
Yeah.
and has to maintain a certain image?
For people who maybe haven't seen the original Smile or need a little bit of a refresher,
Yeah.
basically the way this curse works is that it kind of latches onto people who have witnessed trauma, like some really awful stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And it torments them with these
Oh.
horrifying figures
Uh-huh.
who just have these like creepy smiles plastered on their faces.
And it's like they're the only ones who see it, right?
Yes,
Like
exactly.
that's what makes it so scary.
It's totally like a gaslighting
gaslighting.
situation.
Yeah.
And then it never really ends very well for the people who are cursed.
No, it's always there's like a
What?
tragic.
It's like a
very-
tragic
yeah.
ending.
Yeah.
So you can see how that's already terrifying.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
But then when you add in the pressures of being a pop star like Sky Riley,
Oh my gosh.
it just like ratchets everything up.
Totally.
And I have to say, like Naomi Scott, who plays Sky in this film,
Right.
she is amazing.
She's so.
I mean, the review even like highlights how good she is.
Yeah.
Like she really captures that descent from like, kind of being composed, being this celebrity, and then just like
Yeah.
really teetering on the edge.
Losing it like a public breakdown.
Yeah, which is like everyone's worst nightmare.
Yeah.
Like especially as a celebrity, you don't want to
Yeah.
have that public breakdown.
Especially when like no one will believe you.
Yeah.
About what's going on.
They'll just think you're great.
Right. It's gonna get spun in like a million different ways.
Totally. And I think what this film does really well
Mm-hmm.
is it really digs into some pretty intense themes,
Yeah.
like addiction,
Yeah.
dependency,
Right.
isolation, especially when you're talking about stardom.
Yeah.
This constant
How isolating that must be.
control
Yeah.
when you're in a really demanding career.
Mm.
And then you add in this curse.
Oh my God.
Like, forget about it.
Yeah, it's like a pressure cooker.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's this really cool scene in the film
Okay.
where Sky's rehearsing choreography
Uh-huh.
for like a big performance.
Oh, wow.
And the way Parker Finn like directs it,
Yeah.
it's like these beautiful stylized movements,
Yeah.
but then he'll cut to these
Yeah.
like horrifying like visions
Yeah.
that the curse is throwing at her.
Oh, that is
So it's like
boy.
this stark contrast between this like beauty and grace and then this like horrific imagery.
It's like Beauty and the Beast, but like gone wrong.
Totally, yeah.
In a way.
Yeah, yeah.
But then it's not just like, her rehearsing, right?
Right.
Like the review also mentions that there are these scenes where she starts hallucinating, like in front of everyone.
Yeah,
Like total public meltdown.
like full on, yeah.
And I think,
Yeah.
I mean, the review even mentions like there's,
Mhm.
it's almost like this dark humor in it too.
Yeah.
Like you're horrified by what's happening, but then there's also this absurdity to it. Like
Oh.
what is even real?
Yeah.
What's not?
Yeah, you're kind of like laughing at the absurdity, but also
Yeah.
horrified
Yeah.
at what's happening.
Yeah. It's like, oh my God,
This
poor woman.
This poor woman. Yeah.
Like she's losing it.
Yeah.
It's almost like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's almost like the curse is forcing her to like drop this facade
Right.
and expose all the ugliness that's underneath.
Like that's the only way she can like actually confront it.
Yeah, man.
It's by letting it all hang out,
Yeah, no, I totally see what you're saying.
And it makes you think, right? Like,
Yeah.
is the curse, we're talking about her being a pop star,
Yeah.
being objectified, being dehumanized.
Mhm.
Is this a form of retaliation? Is the
Oh.
curse
Wow.
acting.
I never thought about it that way.
Yeah, against those people, you know?
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, it does make you think about how, yeah, like you said, this smile curse really preys on
Yeah.
this pressure to maintain a perfect facade
Yeah.
when in reality, like,
You know
you're a
what? It's a
celebrity,
mess.
you know, and everyone's
Yeah.
dealing with stuff.
Yeah, but
Especially in the public
for
eye.
celebrities, right?
Yeah.
It's like
But
they can never let their guard down.
it makes you wonder, like,
Yeah.
if you connect it to the bigger picture,
Yeah.
is Smile 2 kind of a commentary on that whole thing?
Oh, wow.
Like, the whole dark side of celebrity culture
Yeah.
and the impossible standards we place on people that are constantly
Yeah.
in the spotlight.
That's a great question to leave everyone with, I think. Yeah. Something to think about.
Yeah.
For sure.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, that's our deep dive on Smile 2, folks.
She smiled too.
Yeah, you heard it here first.
Yes.
So be sure to check out the film
Check it out.
and let us know
Let us know.
what you think. And until next time,
See ya.
stay curious.